You tuning in to the greatest podcast out of Atlanta. Today we got a very special guest.
Johnny Healthy.
Hell yeah. For the people that don't know, where you from?
Marietta.
Marietta. People that don't know, that's in North Georgia. Yeah. How long you born and raised?
Atlanta? Born and raised. Whole life.
Whole life?
Yeah.
Dang. I thought you got damn. And Marietta, you been staying in Marietta?
Yeah, Marietta. I don't know nothing else. Well, I do. I mean, of course, I've been around college, all that, different places, but Marietta has always been home. Stay home. Yeah.
How was it growing up in Marietta area?
It beat 10,000. It was like we was in a bubble. Like, it was peaceful. I grew up with a silver spoon, normal childhood. Nothing crazy.
Yeah.
It wasn't until like my mother would take me to where she's from, New Orleans, where shit would get crazy for me in my life.
What part of New Orleans?
Gentilly.
Gentilly.
Yeah. But after Katrina, everybody moved, spread out. So mostly Slidell right now. So yeah, but yeah, Silver Spoon over here.
Yeah. So since like Marietta is close to Atlanta, like you be out here a lot, or not really?
I was after college, because after college I was in like clubs and studios taking pictures. I was a photographer before I was doing music and whatnot. And so yeah, hustling is definitely a part of me, and that kept me in Atlanta. But I'll be honest, I really don't like coming out to Atlanta too much.
Because of the traffic or what?
Atlanta's a special place. Atlanta.
Or is it because of the crime been going crazy?
Not even the crime. It's really just the culture and the energy of people. It's like, if you come in Atlanta, keep your mindset of just getting it and getting and keeping you, because no one else is really worried about you because they worried about themselves and getting it too. You feel me?
Yeah.
So it's just like, I'm a wholesome type of guy, and it's just like, that type of energy, it just didn't fit with me. So like, I try to come to Atlanta as least as possible, especially now.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So you said before the music, you started doing photography, right?
Yeah.
Like what, like strictly pictures or videos too, or both?
First it was strictly pictures. I know how to do video, but like we were talking earlier, I hate that editing process, bro. So like, honestly, I won't even attempt to put out a price. I'll just tell somebody, bro, no, bro, I'm sorry. I got to be like down on my ass. I'm sorry. Can we curse?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I got to be down on my ass to be like, yo, I'll do your video.
But nowadays, like you said, some of them even got like presets where you can like just like you could buy it from this photographer or videographer that already got these presets like effects and shit. You could just throw in your music video and it be.
You know what? Now that you say something, I lied.
I see that a lot in a lot of people.
No, I do that too, because now that I think about it, I do the video, but I'll do it for myself. Like most times now, like I'm the director of, of mostly everything creativity. So it's just like I be finding like trouble finding like the director that can match my energy and vibe and craziness to when it comes to creativity and pushing out. So most days, like, I'll be directing my own music video, or I'll get someone to hold the camera and I'll just be like, yo, do this, do that. I'm about to be right here, do that, and it's gonna come out like that. You feel me?
Yeah.
So yeah, but yeah, other than that, no.
Yeah. So basically, like, since you do music, so it's kind of like a plus that you do music.
Yeah, no,
because
facts.
you can shoot your own music videos. And
Yeah,
stuff
facts.
Like that.
In fact, I shot my last. In fact, I shot my first music video. Like, I had to come up with the concept, everything. Had to, just like I told you, I had to tell them this, that, and the third, what to do, what we were gonna. But yeah, it was dope. Like, yeah, so.
Yeah, so that's a big, like I was saying, that's a big up. Because, like you said, like especially nowadays, nobody want to pay no $1,500 music video because you go down the block. It's a lot of people in Atlanta, shooting music videos. I done met personally somebody that was charging like $150, and their quality of the video was like, I'm like, bro, the way you charging $150, you should be charging like $2,000. Like, this some professional shit, Like, it was crazy.
And those are the type of people I actually be trying to look out for, because it's like, I'm not going to even lie. They capping out here with the prices when it comes to like video prices. And then, like you said, with the quality, and it's mostly the people that are shooting for the most expensive videos that their quality really isn't all that. Like, the videos they're popping out is not all that. Like, so it's just like, it kind of F's up the whole like ecosystem, because now it's just like I'm on eggshells kind of when it comes to like, oh, now what is this, a videographer? Now I gotta get the work. This work probably not gonna impress me, and if it does, it might be over budgeted, like over for some crazy shit that I need that's really simple. So it's just like, Yeah.
It was I can't remember his name, but I know I seen on Instagram. It was just like he's already known in the music industry. I just forgot his name. The videographer. He had posted that like the label owe him a lot of money for shooting a lot of big artists and stuff.
Yeah.
And he thought by him posting that, like a lot of people was finna agree with him, but everybody like basically like going in on his ass, like, man,
I
how the fuck
believe
you
it.
shooting all these free videos for these industry people, but when we ask you for, you be trying to bust our top
Yeah.
with like 10,000, and like everybody was going in on his ass. I'm like, I feel them too, like.
See, I can probably honestly understand both sides. 100 from the the commentators. Like, how would you even? First of all, what he was thinking about even putting that sensitive information, knowing you got two sides of people that you probably work with all the time, you always charging, and probably work with all the time on this side that you're never charging, and they probably actually know each other.
Yeah.
Like, I wouldn't have put that information out there, but it's just like again, the commentator seeing that, like, dang, how you throwing free? Like, who is he? Like,
They owe him like a year worth of
like
shooting videos. I'm like, damn, you went a whole year shooting nothing but big industry people and you ain't get shit.
I'll be honest, like, I've been strung along in Atlanta with my camera. Like, that's one reason why I hate Atlanta, because when I first started, if anything, I'm seen as a tool.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, they can be buddy, they can be cool, but that really is really a mask. Like, people keeping face in the industry is the hardest lesson that I've had to swallow. So it's like, I feel bad for Buddy because I know what it took for me to get to that mark where I started not giving a fuck and telling people, no, I don't care who the fuck you are. Go find somebody else, because I'm not leaving my couch and my comfort for no $100, $150, and you want me to shoot for like 4 or 5 hours, and then you want the videos tomorrow.
They're not including the editing.
And then you don't want to pay me up front. You don't want to pay the deposit, and then you want to pay after. It's just like all this ish, and it's just like, yeah, to be 100. When I first started, I charged $600 to the game and shooting in clubs, and that was like when I first learned that, they're not on like you get paid every Friday or every night. It's like, shoot, they might not pay you to that next Monday.
Yeah,
that's just the industry you're in, and so I had to learn the hard way. And yeah, man, Atlanta is unforgivable. But so yeah, I understand him, and I could just tell him, I hope he learns from that in that situation. Just toughen up.
Facts. And like, so when did you start doing music?
I came from music, so.
What you mean you came from
So
music?
basically, I always wanted to be a singer when I was young, of course, that in the third. But it wasn't until middle school where I started doing like glee clubs and drama clubs and all that, and like and pageants to sing and all that. And then I got to high school, I got accepted at Pebblebrook for performing arts and whatnot. It was in high school where I actually started dwindling off music, because Pebblebrook, they were so serious about, what's the word? The arts, how they would say it. So basically that's chorus, drama, acting, and ballet, classical music. So they wanted me to focus on that type of stuff. So I'm playing Beethoven. I was in dance class. I'm putting on tights. I'm putting on ballet shoes. I'm stretching. I'm not doing hip hop. I'm not doing anything that's pertains to my culture and why I first fell in love with the arts, you feel me? And so like my junior year in high school, I literally was in dance class, and I'm just looking around. I'm like, damn, I don't like none of these motherfuckers here. Like, I don't want to be I don't want to go to college for no ballet or chorus or acting. Like, what can I get bread with that if I'm trying to go to like a corporate job, you feel me? Like, trying to really come up.
Oh yeah.
So I that next day, my junior year, I dropped out and went back to my home school at Kel, and that's where, life opened up about people being fake and real, and the both sides of the track. I got to learn about both sides of the track. But yeah, music, I started in high school, and then it wasn't until 2017 I found myself homeless on the floor. And one day, random YouTube beat, it was just fire as hell. I was upset, wrote some shit. The next day, I went to the producer, or not the producer, but the engineer. I was like, yo, if this song don't come out the way I want it to, or I hear it in my head, you about to see one artist quit right here and there.
Yeah.
And the funniest thing about the song is like it's nowhere near like the style of music that I do now. It was like a song Playboy Cardi type shit, like broke boy, never going back, no, some shit like that. But at the time, it sounded exactly like how I wanted it out of my head. You feel me? And so after that, I started passing it around to some people, and I was like, yeah. And I was like, man, y'all like this? I don't even like this, but y'all like
Don't
this?
even like it.
So yeah. So after that, it was up from there.
So that song still up, or you
Nah,
delete it?
it's gone. It's gone. Yeah, I don't know where it's at.
What made you delete it? You,
I'm very, what's the word? I'm very picky in particular. I'm very critical about my work. So like, there's even songs on my past projects where then I thought were cool, but now it's like,
you grew out of it. Basically.
yeah, because it's like I'm constantly leveling up. Well, I feel as if I'm leveling up all the time when it comes to my artistry, especially now, because it's just like I was just telling my manager the other day, I got inspired by All Falls Down by Kanye West, and now that I'm thinking about the situation and how I even got there, taking that beat, it went from like 3 different topics of songs. So I finally got to All Falls Down. And then even that in itself is like how not to copy, you know, but still try to push the ante and still show, what's the word? Love to the person that inspired you. So
Kanye inspires you?
I won't say Kanye inspires me. I'll say good music inspires me.
Good music.
So whatever I hear, it doesn't matter what language, it doesn't matter what genre.
So who you listen to right now that like give you motivation and inspiration?
Man, that's a hard one.
Who you wake up to? Well, not wake up to, but like
You can't say that because I wake up to Young Nudie. I wake up to some Young Nudie easy in the morning, bro. Like go to work with a smile on my face, listen to Young Nudie. But I won't say that's what inspires me. I want to say I got inspired by A$AP Rocky. His whole interest into the game was just like, whoa. Like I was like, who the fuck? What is this? You feel me? I still bumping his first tape. Yeah. But I guess Kendrick. Yeah.
I see it. I see
Yeah.
it too.
Yeah, Kendrick and Lil Wayne. Boom, there you go. Kendrick and Lil Wayne. I'll give it to those two because it's just like between Lil Wayne and his rawness of words and how he attempts either a freestyle or a verse. It's just sick and insane. Of course, you know you got to pay homage to the man that's birthed all the other artists and whatnot. But then it's just like Kendrick. I like the fact that he's able to be so fucking gangster without being gangster. Like he'll tell you
like
some,
not even trying. Yeah,
he'll tell you some real gangster shit in his past, and then tell you, oh yeah, I'm not banging blood or crip or none of that shit. Like never have been. Like, and it's just like, yo, whoa, like
that's why he one of the greatest right now.
Yeah, facts.
To me, he over Drake and Kanye and everybody. Like
that's true. I want
the way he does it with the music, he just gonna make you wait. You know?
Yeah, and that's the that's kind of the mentality I developed.
But you gotta think about it. Back in the day, that's how it really was. Like when people back in the day, it was such thing as mixtapes and all that. But when it comes to albums, people, like them artists, like big artists, they used to drop an album like every 5 years, 4 years, maybe. You know.
Facts.
And nowadays, you see that shit every year.
Yeah, it took time to
drop.
Took time to make good music back then, but like now it's so different.
It's cause like back in the day, one hit song would last actually a year. Nowadays, it'll probably last like 2-3 months, and it's played out. Then they're looking for the next hit out of you. You know?
No, that's right, and then that's the problem. That's one thing because I born in '91, so it's like I got the best of both worlds. My mom raised me up on like soul music, all that oldies and whatnot. But it's like, you know, growing up, of course, I was listening to Nelly, Jay-Z, all that. And so now as a 30-something-year-old, like I can still understand the youngins because I mean, that whole drug life, I understand that perfectly. And it's still hard. It's just, I guess people with short attention spans are making music. And so that energy's coming out.
It's just like people like the music, like, because you got to think about it, back in the day, it was like a 20 track list. Now it's shortened to like 12, 10. Then the music is not even 4 or 5 minutes long.
But we talking about a mixtape or an album?
Album. The albums, like people been dropping albums. I don't think even go past 15 tracks no more.
Really? I've
It depends on the art, cause I know the recent one. Who just dropped the album? I'm trying to think about who I was just listening to. I think it was the 21 Savage album. He won, like, I'm telling you, they keep it under 20.
They keep it under 20. You're right. Cause yeah.
Then the songs are literally like short. Like you won't see no 5-6 minute songs no more. Like
no, that is true, and that's
like them songs be like a minute, 2 minute. And, you know, like it ends so quick. You want more. You know, like oh shit, true. I want more. Or you replay that song over and over because it's so quick. Especially Playboy Cardi. Playboy Cardi is genius at doing that shit.
Playboy Cardi is a fucking genius. Whoever he got, what they say he got his flow from Nudi's producer.
Pierre? Oh, who you talking about?
Perry Bourne.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like, whatever they had going on then, and how Cardi adapted it is genius. So you gotta call it genius, because even I couldn't even imagine to recreate anything that he's done. You feel me?
Yeah.
And so like, yeah.
See, he got the best of both worlds, because he got the underground, which is like the SoundCloud, like the weird side. Then he got the street side. That's why he plugged in with like Nudie, like everybody that's coming out of East Atlanta.
Mm-hmm.
If you like the recent like Lil DTE, like he just dropped the project. He had a Playboy Cardi feature. Like he be blessing everybody from the East side with features and shit. You know, like to get a feature out of him, that's just like, to me that's a blessing, because like his fan base is crazy.
Everything great comes out the East side. Shout out to the East side.
How the East side?
Yeah, East Cobb. Don't nobody like Cobb County though.
Yeah, this shit crazy out there, man.
Yeah, but that's why I like it, because niggas don't like Cobb County. It's quiet. It's quiet as hell.
Wait till they add the bus line, train line.
What are you talking about?
They're thinking about doing that.
You know what? They already building it while you playing.
For real?
Yeah, I seen it.
Get around, everybody getting around.
Everybody getting around.
Then everybody just scared to go out there anyway, because they be like, you know, the 12, they be on some
12 is, I won't lie.
And it be some racial shit be going on over there.
They're gentrifying a lot of the communities that I watched as a kid just be full with black people. Like where I stay now, Delk Road, like I wouldn't even have imagined. Can we cut that out? I don't want to put my location on that. My bad, bro. But like, I wouldn't even imagine being there now, because it's like back then it was one of the worst spots. You feel me? But now everything's so cleaned up. The cops stay on the road. Like, it's hot. I will say 100%. It is hot as hell. But it's quiet. It's peaceful. I don't worry about nothing. So
I'll fuck with it though, cause like you said, it's peaceful. You don't want to forever stay, you know, down here where it's like you constantly got to worry about crime and, you know, somebody breaking into your spot, or you know.
Yeah, like when COVID broke open, I just started watching it from my timelines. The crime just go rampant. And like, I understood it, because it's like no one's making money right now. So
they can, but there's a lot of people that choose not to, because you got them too comfortable with these stimulus and this unemployment. Because I had a couple people. I know a couple people that was getting like at least $1,200 for unemployment every week. I was like, that's crazy. Like, you know, they got comfortable.
Yeah.
And especially for a whole year straight.
Yeah.
Man, people gonna get comfortable.
Yeah, I know some people quit their jobs. Don't have to go back now. They flipped it right.
If you did right with that money, because come on, nothing was open, so you couldn't be like, oh, I'm finna go spend $3,000 on this Gucci store. Nothing was open.
Nothing was open.
If you just, I mean, a lot of people spend it, like a lot of people. That's why Amazon became so rich, because everybody was ordering everything out of Amazon.
Man, even I got caught up in that. But shout out to the trappers, because they had a ball.
They had a ball. PP loans, everything.
They had a ball. Man, my homie is a trapper. He was crying the other day. He was like, I miss COVID.
Yeah, that's crazy right now. So where you see yourself, like, you know, going with this music?
Honestly, and that's the craziest thing about it, I don't see, what's the word? What am I trying to say? I can't see the ending of the road. All I can tell you is that the ending of the road is so glorious. It's the top where I want to be. You feel me? I can't tell you when it's going to happen. I just know. It's just, again, like I told you, I grew up the normal kid. I went to the normal high schools. I played basketball, football, normal summer camps, went to college, did everything they told me to do, right? Even got a good, cool job or whatever, right? It wasn't until I started doing music seriously where everything just started unfolding. Everything started blessing. Like, it taught me how to plan. It got me out of homelessness, real honestly, if I want to be 100 with you. So it was just like, I'm just going to be at the top.
You're going to be at the top.
But I'll be realistic. I'm not one of those people that, like, if I turn like 35, 36, and I'm just not blowing, I'm just not nowhere, I'm probably going to give up on artistry, but probably try to manage. Cause I'm learning a lot on the side, too, while going through this.
A lot of people don't know, like, when it comes to the music industry, which I seen an article with this made, like, think, like, over $6 billion in music last year. I'm like, that's not just for artists. It's like managers, A&Rs, like, you know, like, engineers, producers,
best
videographers, you know, like everybody.
Everybody outside the artist is really making money right now, especially the A&R managers and producers. Like, so how I was introduced to the game, I got basically picked up by Malita the Mogul, OG Parker's manager, and I was just taking pictures for her at the time, right? And so basically, she's the type of person that will take your artists, take your money, and blow them up, basically. In a long story, dumbed down, watered down sense, you feel me? But it's really like she knows what to do. She knows you need the popping song, you need the good beat, you need the good video. And off rep, she already got OG Parker that does 2 out of the 3, and then call a videographer, boom, get that the money to behind it to get the traction and get the people that really need to see it, seeing it, boom. And then who's ever on your team, that really helps too. Like the people that you're connected to, that is connected to the other people that you really need to be connected to. That's about 50% of it, you know. Because I mean, you can be cool 100. Like, what's the word? You can be cool or whatever. People love you, but will they take you serious? Will they call you back and be like, "Yo, this is work" or whatever? Yeah. Nah, it usually takes the losing my words. I need to smoke. But usually take the word from somebody else, you know. Yeah.
But it is like I be telling a lot of people like you got to spend a lot of money in the music industry to blow up,
bro. Yes, and
because nowadays there's nobody, especially like these big music blog companies online. They're not nobody doing shit for free nowadays. Because you know, like everything's going up, rent going up, gas going up, food going up. Like
facts.
You know, everybody got to find some way somehow to eat. You know, so that's why I be telling everybody like your music could be like, that's why I be saying like people sometimes they need help like money wise, because you probably could be the most talented person, but you just don't got that bread or connections to get your music out there.
And I'm so fortunate enough in this game that people, once they hear my music, they really fuck with me. And it's like a genuine, like, don't get me wrong, I'm never not paying nobody. Like I'm so happy to be able to pay everybody on my team, you feel me? But it's just like, I've had help. I've had handouts. I've had people be like, "Yo, you can wait on this payment because I see you got something going on. I trust you. I believe in you." And that for me, I take friendships and all that real serious. So it's like, now that I know that those people believe in me, it's like I gotta go harder. You feel me? Thanks. And so it's just like, yeah, you gotta spend the money. But once you see when you spend the money and the return that it comes back, if you can see the green in that, then it's good, because I'm addicted to it. I love what music has done. In fact, music has made me make more money because I need to spend more money. And now like my life is just flourishing because of that. You feel me?
That's all labels do anyway. Basically, what you could do, the labels do the same thing, but they just got the bigger budget. They got the bigger budget, you know.
The bigger budget. They already got everything set up. All like they got to do is press a couple buttons, and then you're like overnight, boom. Like, and everywhere, I understand that.
Every billboard, everywhere. Like, you know, that's how they. It's a good thing that you need the labels. That's why. I mean, if you got the money, you really don't need the labels. That's why I tell a lot of artists. If you got bread, you really out here making bread, like some good ass money, man. It ain't no reason to sign. Just
and to
build.
be 100, when it comes to the money, it's not even that much when you really think about it. If you think about, if you're a true artist, a true creative, bro. Like for me, I don't worry about the recording fees. I don't worry about the beat fees. I don't worry about the marketing fees. Like I know I got to stack up for that. You feel me? But if it's anything that I'm not thinking about like no tour buses or anything. I'm not thinking about like no merch right now. Like, I don't need none of that. You feel me? So I feel like that's another reason why people be slowing down. Like, they be thinking about all that, where instead of you need to just focus on the music, you need to focus on getting the beats out or your music out and all that. And they be trying to put the whole of the world of being a whole rock star or whatever, and you're not even nothing yet.
Facts.
Yeah.
So like you know you got a lot of plan, but when I was listening to music, I'm about to tell you that when I was listening to music, you give me more like a damn, what's the name? JID, like, you know,
Yeah.
JID, Kenny Mansion. He's another underground artist. Like,
You know Kenny Manson?
yeah.
Yeah. I got the shoot for him. Good buddy Steve of mine. He was rocking with him.
Yeah.
And Kenny blowing up right now, right?
Yeah, I seen his growth. Like, I seen him before who he is now.
Yeah?
And, like, you know, yeah.
That must have been interesting.
Yeah, because I've been reached out to him a long time ago to do an interview, but at the time he wasn't trying to do one. But
Yeah.
like, for him to pop off that quick, I'm like, you know, like,
Yeah.
he kept that, you know, that's motivation for a lot of artists. You know, you just got to be consistent. I done seen a lot of people come in here 6 months later, they're out of here, you know, like,
You gotta be consistent. You gotta be consistent.
Believe in yourself too, like.
But then it's just like, you gotta have the product too.
Yeah.
Like, I had an important conversation with some big wigs where, when I first started, I thought I'd be like, oh, because I'm cool with them all, I'm about to.
Yeah.
Nah, that ain't happen. But it wasn't until, you know, traversing this lane that I understood that it ain't nothing against me, because they're still calling me to hang out. They're still doing this. It's just that they literally cannot take Johnny Healthy, put him on the table and be like, we're selling him. This is what he got and this is what we need. You feel me? And that's where Gambino come in, because he's gearing me up for that right now. And so I like, yeah.
Hell yeah. Where can they follow you, like, all social media platforms?
Basically just Instagram right now at Johnny X Healthy. Any music platform, just search Johnny Healthy. That's Healthy, HEALTHY. Yeah, man.
And before we head out, where did you even get the name from?
I was studying abroad in China, and I grew sickly, and basically at that same time I was looking for like a new alias creative name, because I was tired of the college nickname that they gave me, and I'm moving back to Atlanta, so I was like, I can't be that. So it was just like, at the time when I was sick, I was just like clinging on to whatever dear life I had at the time. And I was just like, what word could I be that no one could really put any negative stigma behind? And then the word healthy while I was sick just popped in my head. And I was like, cool, Johnny Healthy. And that's it.
Johnny Healthy. Slick kind of rhymes. But yeah, that's a different name. Anything else you want to promote? Anything else? Shout out. Anything?
Shout out to Gambino, Meet the Underdogs. Y'all here getting me right. If you need any help in the music industry, trying to start or just trying to find what your way is, I tell you to go look him up. I think it's like at Gambino 333. I'm probably messing it up, but it is Meet the Underdogs, and you gonna see it. So yeah.
Any shows? Anything coming up?
Nothing till 2022. So we working hard right now and about to release this new project out in either January, February. I haven't decided yet, but
that sounds crazy. 2022.
Yeah, it's about to be crazy. It's about to be crazy.
Man.
2022.
You know, man, he gave us his story, everything. Go stream all his music, all platforms, right?
Yeah, all platforms.
Yeah. And you know, appreciate you for coming down here to the podcast.
I appreciate you. It's a cool little setup. I had a good time.
No problem. We out.
Hey, yeah.